history is that a religion that was supposed to be built on love, forgiveness, and peace has been responsible for aiding in some of the greatest crimes in human history, including slavery, imperialism, war, and the extermination of indigenous peoples. From the very beginning of European colonization, Christianity played a leading role in justifying the violent theft of indigenous land. After
Mm.
Columbus made his first voyage to the Americas in 1492, the following year Pope Alexander issued the Doctrine of Discovery, which gave Spain exclusive ownership rights over the lands that Columbus discovered. The
Mm.
Pope declared that any land not inhabited by Christians was available to be discovered, claimed, and exploited by Christian rulers. He said that barbarous nations must be overthrown and brought to the faith. Therefore, the Pope was giving away
What's that? What's that? Concepts. Yeah, 11 concepts. He said BC before Columbus. No, BC is before the cracker. You got that one before BC before the cracker. You see, that's what that one stands for.
land that he had never been to and was already occupied by tens of millions of people. But since they weren't Christians, the Pope believed that they had no right to claim any land as their own. After Columbus made his voyages to the Americas in the 1490s, wave after wave of Spanish conquerors called conquistadors came to this new world to find their fortune and glory. By 1513, all Spanish conquistadors were mandated to read out a document to any indigenous people they proposed to conquer and enslave. The document required indigenous people to acknowledge the church as the ruler and superior of the whole world, and said that if they converted to Christianity, we shall receive you in all love and charity. However, if they refused to convert, these conquerors said, I certify that with God's help I will advance powerfully against you and make war on you wherever and however I am able, and will subject you to the control and obedience of the church and of their majesties, and take your women and children to be slaves. And as such I will sell and dispose of them as their majesties may order, and I will take your possessions and do all the harm and damage that I can. Here's a drawing from that time period showing how the Spanish punished native converts who abandoned Christianity. I guess they forgot that part where Jesus said, love your enemies and do unto others as you would have them do unto you. When the Dominican friar Bartolomé de las Casas wrote a book in 1542 about the violence he'd seen the Spanish inflict on the indigenous people in the Americas, he made sure to emphasize that these were Christians who were acting like devils.